children. Today we are going to discuss about the new concept, that is male accessory reproductive glands. We discussed about the male reproductive system. You know very well, testes, vas differentia, okay, what you called vas differentia, epididymis, okay, and prostate, what you called prostate glands, okay, and how the urethra will be there, how vas differentia is there, what is the scrotum, what is the testis, okay, like the different parts we discussed, right? Now we are going to discuss about male accessory reproductive glands in this video. Male accessory reproductive glands we are going to discuss. Observe carefully. Beside the testis, we called beside the testis, certain accessory glands are present. Beside the testis, certain accessory glands are present, which remain associated with the genital tract. So beside the testis, certain accessory glands present, which are associated with which one? Male genital tract. What are those glands? These are seminal vesicles. Number one, seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands. Seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands. What are the three glands? Seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands. Seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands. Okay, seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles, mainly seminal vesicles main function what? The function of seminal vesicles stores the sperms, and what they will do to produce what you call very important viscous fluid. Stores the sperms and produces the viscous fluid which stimulates the uterine contraction, to help sperms move, okay, sperms move forward, okay, into the fallopian tubes of the female. What seminal vesicles? Number one, they stores the sperms, they secretes the viscous fluid. That viscous fluid helpful for the what you call movement of sperms and helpful for the uterine contraction and helpful to sperms movement in the fallopian tube of the females. Okay, that is important. Next, prostate gland. Next gland what? Prostate gland. The secretion. Prostate gland main function what? Secretes the milky fluid which helps in the secretion in urethra. Very important. Secretion in urethra. Very important. Secretion into urethra. That will go to urethra. Prostate gland secretes the milky fluid which helps in the mobility of the sperms. Prostate glands what they will do? Milky fluid which helps in the mobility of the sperms. Milky fluid which helps in the mobility of the sperms. That one is very important. Next come to Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland is also called what is called bulbourethral gland. What is another name of Cowper's gland? Bulbourethral gland. The Cowper's gland is called bulbourethral gland. Very useful. Cowper's glands are pair of extremely small glands. Okay, extremely small glands. The Cowper glands are extremely small glands located at the floor of pelvic cavity. Where at the floor of pelvic cavity, the Cowper's gland located at the pelvic cavity. They open into urethra by small ducts. They open these Cowper's glands open into the urethra by small ducts. Small ducts. Next one, these glands secretes the alkaline fluid, okay, into the urethra. Alkaline fluid into the urethra that neutralizes the acids. That neutralizes the acid from urine. Okay, they decrease the number of sperms damaged during ejaculation. Okay, observe very carefully. Cowper's glands are bulbourethral glands. Where they will be located? The floor of the pelvic cavity. And the Cowper's glands open into the urethra by through small ducts. They have secretes the alkaline fluid in the urethra, neutralizes the acid from urine, and decreases the number of sperms damaged during ejaculation. So like this, what is called the prostate gland, seminal vesicles, and what is called another important one, Cowper's gland are also bulbourethral gland. See, very, very important. These gland secretions, prostaglandins, some nutrient, fructose, such kind of secretions also will be there. But here in our syllabus, very less amount they are given about this. But actually, the seminal vesicles, Cowper's glands, prostate gland secretes the prostaglandins and fructose and some other elements also. What is the use of these? These are useful for the motility and survival of the sperms. Okay, in the female reproductive system, too much acidic concentration is there. In the genital tract, female reproductive tract, in the vagina, so much acidic concentration is there. Then, in that acidic concentration, these sperms should have to survive in the sense, compulsory, these acid should have, that acidic condition should have to be neutralized by some fluids. Where those fluids will come? Those fluids will come, those fluids, okay, which are neutralize the female genital tract secretions, acidic fluid, acidic materials neutralized by these prostaglandins and secretions of seminal vesicle and prostate gland and Cowper's glands. You know very well, vast difference. Okay, whereas the seminal vesicle ducts togetherly forms, ejaculatory duct. So ejaculatory duct also passes, helpful for the passage of the sperms. Like that, we discussed in the male reproductive system. And most important thing is the sperm have the acrosome, and sperm have the acrosome have the sperm license, head also there. That is very useful for the penetration into the egg. Okay, these fluids are must and should. What are those glands fluids? Seminal vesicles secretes the what is called viscous fluid. Seminal vesicle secretes which one? Viscous fluid. This stores the sperms. Okay, next, prostate gland secretes the milky fluid which helps in the mobility of the sperms. Okay, that is the prostate gland secretes the milky fluid which secretes the mobility of the sperms. Cowper's glands are also called, very important bit, bulbourethral glands. They secretes the alkaline fluid. That alkaline fluid is very important, very neutralize the acid from the which one? Urine. And also in the female reproductive tract, acidic nature is controlled by these all gland secretions, seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands. And the Cowper's gland secretion decreases the Cowper's gland secretion decreases the number of sperms damaged during ejaculation. So this is important. So many sperms, millions of the sperms will be formed. But how many can reach the egg? You know very well. One. Why? What about remaining thousands of millions of thousands of eggs? They will die. But before going to the sperm, before going to the egg, these many millions of sperms required. No, that much count. Who will maintain? By these all secretions. What is that? The bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland secretions. What they will do? Decreases the number of sperms damaged during ejaculation. So many sperms will be, right? That time they should not damage, they should not die. So who will control that problem? This bulbourethral gland secretion. If sperms died, means what will happen? If sperms died, or if suppose these glands stopped secretions, then what will happen? There is no millions of sperms. If the sufficient sperms are not there, automatically there is no fertilization. So all sperms will be die in the female reproductive tract because of acidic environment. The male sperm will not reach the egg, so there is no fertilization. Compulsory what required? These gland secretions are must and should to survival of the sperms, right? Next we are going to discuss about another important concept, that is female reproductive system. So this is up to here is male reproductive system. So up to these all are glands, up to seminal vesicles, prostate glands, Cowper's glands, these all under male reproductive system. Now we are going to discuss about the next content, that is about female reproductive system. What is the next concept? Female What do you call? Female reproductive system. The female reproductive system is more complex as compared to the males. Female reproductive system is more complex. What I'm saying is the female reproductive system is more complex than the males. Why? Observe carefully. Why? Because the female reproductive system consists of ovaries, oviducts, uterus, vagina. What are the parts of female reproductive system? Ovaries. What are called? Ovaries. Main primary sex organs are gonads. Female gonads, ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. These all are female reproductive system parts. Very, very important. And ovaries are arranged in the critical, means a difficult or complex mode arrangement, or otherwise we called very little bit what you call complex. Complexity is more in the ovaries. Come on, let's go. We will discuss about a complete information about ovaries. Ovaries are first, the ovaries are almond shaped. Almond shaped ovaries. Okay, what is the shape of ovaries? Very important bit. The shape of ovaries is almond shaped. They are located in the which place? They are located in the exact location of the ovaries. Come on, guess it. The ovaries location exactly located in the lower part of the abdominal cavity. Lower part of the abdominal cavity near the kidneys. Lower part of the abdominal cavity near the kidneys. So lower part of the abdominal cavity near the kidneys. So these ovaries are present. Okay, how these ovaries are attached to uterus? That is another question mark. Each ovary is connected by a ligament to the uterus. Ligament. Each ovary connected by a ligament to the uterus. Ligament to the uterus. By the help of ligament, they will connect it to the. By the help of ligament, they will connect it to the uterus. So ligament plays a very important and vital role to fix the ovaries to uterus. So remember that point also. Next, the ovaries are primary sex organs. They are female gonads. What is called? They are female gonads. Okay. Now, what are the functions of these ovaries? That one we have to discuss, right? So, dual function. This ovaries performs the dual function. Dual function means two functions, right? One function is the first function of the ovaries are egg production. The first function of the ovary is what? Egg production, means ova production. That is only female gamete for fertilization point of view. Second function of these ovaries are secretes the hormones. What are the hormones? What are the two hormones? Estrogen and progesterone. First function, dual function, right? One is egg production, another one is estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone hormone secretions, male reproductive organ, sorry, female reproductive hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen helpful for the, what's the function of estrogen? The estrogen helpful for the secondary sexual characters, progesterone helpful for the development of pregnancy, or for pregnancy time the progesterone helpful to fix the fetus. Okay, estrogen helpful for what? Development of secondary sexual characters. Progesterone helpful for fixation of pregnancy or fetus. So in the ovaries, what is this? The speciality, observe very carefully. In the ovaries, a mature ovary contains large number of ova in different stages of development. So a mature ovaries consists of large number of ova in different stages. Mature ovaries consists of large number of ova. Okay, ovaries consists of large number of ova and in different stages. Different stages ova is present in the ovaries. Small primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, Graafian follicle. So like that, there are different shape, sized, different stages ova will be present in the ovaries. Ova formation begins when the ova will be formed. When the ova will be formed, the ova will be formed, or the ova formation begins at the fetus stage only. The ova formation begins at which stage? Question mark. The ova formation begins at which stage? Fetus stage. Okay. In the of the very important. Okay. Next, a birth. Each ovary consists of at the birth. Each ovary consists of 2 to 3 lakhs immature eggs. One mature ovum is released from either of the ovary at the interval. So one mature ovum is released 20 days once, one interval, alternate months. One month, one ovum will be released the egg at 28 days interval. So how many days interval? 28 days interval. That's called menstrual cycle. Like that we will call. So next, ova from ovary release is called. What you call the ova from ovary? Releasing of ova from ovary or ova from ovary release is called, what you called, another question mark, another question. Releasing of ova from the ovary, releasing of ova from ovary is called ovulation. Release of ova from the ovary is called ovulation. And there are from fallopian, from uterus. Next part is oviducts or fallopian tubes. From uterus, these fallopian tubes are formed. How many? One pair. These are two pair, right and left side. Fallopian tubes are there. Fallopian tubes extend up to ovary in the respective sides. From uterus to the fallopian tubes extends up to ovary. This is also very important. Fimbriae picks up the ovum released from ovary and pushed into the fallopian. Who will? Fimbriae is there. Fimbriae is a part of fallopian tube. It collects the ovum and pushed into which one? The fallopian tube. Pushed into the which one? The fallopian tube. So fimbriae of the fallopian tube collects the ova from ovary, then takes them to fallopian tube. Takes into the fallopian tube. Okay. 1 second, children. We are discussing female reproductive system. Female reproductive system are little bit complexity is more. Why? Because here ovary, different follicles are there. So what are the parts of female reproductive system? The female reproductive system parts are ovaries, oviducts, uterus, vagina. So ovaries, oviducts, uterus, vagina. Ovaries are almond shaped ovaries located lower abdominal cavity near the kidneys. So they will attach to the uterus by the help of ligament to uterus. They are primary sex organs. These are female gonads. So egg product, there are 12 functions. 2 functions they will perform. Ovaries. Number 1, egg production. Number 2, estrogen and progesterone hormones. Female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Large number of ova is present in the ovaries. Okay. Ova formation begins at the fetus stage. At the birth, you believe or not, in the ovary, 2 to 3 lakhs immature eggs are there. Once maturity is there, it will comes to hundreds like that, because degeneration will be takes place. So one mature ovum is released every month, one month from one ovary. So 2 ovaries, right? So that is 28 days. They will take intervals to produce the ovum. That is called menstrual cycle. Releasing of ova from ovary. So releasing of, what do you call? Releasing of ova from ovary is called ovulation or menstrual cycle. Next, come to another part. What is another part? Fallopian tubes are called oviducts. They will be produced from uterus. Okay, they produce it from which one? Uterus. They extends up to ovary. So they produce from uterus. They extends up to ovaries. So there are 3 parts are there actually. Ampulla, isthmus, infundibulum, like that. You know, next year you will get it those parts. But remember this: fallopian tubes formed from uterus, and they extend up to ovary. The fallopian tube last part is called fimbriae. This fimbriae collects the ovum and pushed the ovum into fallopian tube for the fertilization point of view. So like this, the female reproductive system also will be there, and the remaining parts, uterus, vagina, such kind of parts we will discuss in the next class. Thank you, children.